And now for a special DC edition of our Morning Mix. We have a lively crew here to hash out the hottest topics of the week. Sam Donaldson is here, along with USA Today sports columnist Christine Brennan and Democratic strategist Donna Brazile. Great profile of Nancy Pelosi in Capitol File this month. And Sam, I got to say, a couple weeks ago, Cokie had a morning mix with Raquel Welch. You were just as lucky this morning.
Listen, I'll take this young lady anytime.
I'll take this young, handsome man anytime.
Let's begin. Starting out, Ben Roethlisberger suspended 6 games by Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner. And he said even though Roethlisberger is not convicted of a crime, that's not the point. Listen.
Well, it's about the privilege of playing in this league. And when you conduct yourself in a way that brings a negative reaction from our fans, from everybody involved in the league, and reflects poorly on yourself and your team and the NFL, that's what the personal conduct policy is. You don't have to be convicted of a crime.
And Christine, you had a pretty tough column on Big Ben and USA Today this morning. I guess you agree with Goodell.
I do. I like this decision a lot. It's 6 games. Could be more if Big Ben does not abide by some of the rules that Roger Goodell has set. This is a get tough commissioner. It's going to play well in Peoria. The fact that there was no crime officially in this case, it's a privilege to be in the NFL. It's not a right. They can police themselves, and I think they're very smart to do that.
How will it play in Pittsburgh, Donna?
Well, look, George, this was a good policy, a good decision. There's also a fine associated with it, about $2.8 million. That's going to hit him somewhere where
every game he misses, he doesn't get paid.
Absolutely right. And I think this sets a great standard for the NFL. And I would hope that the NFL have a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to sexual assault. It will not play well in Pittsburgh, but, there are rumors that they might be looking for another quarterback.
Get rid of him, that's right.
Hooray for Goodell and the NFL and Rooney, the owner, and ultimately Roethlisberger, who instead of saying, well, wait a moment, this is too tough or something, yes, instead of that, he threw himself on the mercy of the public court. Compare that with some of the other recent cases involving well-known athletes. So I think all's well that ends well in this. You can't second-guess the prosecutor. He said he didn't have enough evidence, and you got to accept it.
And in the end, the alleged victim pulled back on the decision that you want to prosecute.
Here you've got Roethlisberger in a motorcycle accident without a helmet 4 years ago, and now twice in the last year there have been charges of sexual assault by women, accusations. So that he's crying out for help.
What does he have to do now to bring down the suspension?
Well, he has to go through behavioral analysis. It's kind of new age punishment, I think, that they're going to try to help him, too. And this is a guy crying out for help, frankly. That's what Goodell believes. And I think, George, it's a very good idea for the league to do this. So kind of two-pronged. We're going to slap your wrist big time. We're going to slap your pocketbook, as you said, Donna. But we're also going to try to have a helping hand here so you don't do this again. And maybe someday he can be a role model for kids to say, hey, don't become what I became.
We'll see if he can turn himself around. Let's do a little politics right now. The president heading up to Wall Street today. In the meantime, Sam, he's right in the middle of deliberations again on another Supreme Court pick, replacing Justice Stevens. Who are you thinking about?
Well, my pick would be Janet Napolitano. She's made a star of herself in the cabinet. A puff piece in the Washington Post this morning.
Secretary of Homeland Security.
That's right, exactly. She faced the voters in Arizona. They liked her. And I like the idea that not just federal judges, I have nothing against judges, should be on the court. And I'll give you another name. Let's go further. The Constitution does not say you have to be a lawyer to be on the Supreme Court.
That's right.
I give you Al Gore.
Oh, Al Gore.
Now, all right, he's 62, but he's still a few years kicking. I think he's confirmable, although there would be a fight to some extent. I think he might make a very good justice.
There would be a massive fight.
I said to some extent.
You're his campaign manager. You think he wants it?
Well, he would be qualified, but with a Nobel Prize and an Oscar, I think Al Gore is going to continue to fight for climate change. Look, I like a lot of the names on the short list and the short list. There are a lot of qualified people and some great women. And so I'm one of these people that would like to encourage the president to put another woman on the court, and yes, a female version of Justice Alito.
What about Janet Napolitano?
I like that name. I like Elena Kagan. I like all of them. Judge Sears, give me anyone.
Oh, in other words, if it's a woman, it's okay with you.
And absolutely. And in fact, with 50-50 in the nation, and they're not there on the court, I think that it makes a lot of sense.
You actually have more than 50% of the population.
51%, as a matter of fact.
This is 50-50.
But, I'm intrigued when we hear that people say, well, no litmus test on this or that. From a sports perspective here, you win to the victor goes the spoils. And the president has absolutely every right, just as any other president, it seems to me, to pick whoever he wants, litmus test or no litmus
But
test.
he hasn't come clean on that. He's actually said there's no litmus test. On the other hand, when it comes to the female's use of her body, we know where he stands.
And he respects individual rights, and especially women's rights. And I also think the president has high regards for the Supreme Court. He's a constitutional lawyer. He did a fantastic job with Justice Sotomayor. I support having another woman.
We got only about a minute left. I can't let you guys go. Put you on the spot a little bit about Larry King. Is divorce on again, off again, on again, off again? What's going on?
Well,
here,
you know,
Sam?
I hate to hear the idea that he may have had an extramarital affair. Because I think originally his mother told him a long time ago, Larry, no sex outside of marriage. He'd been married 7 times. He's followed his mother's advice till now. And if it's true, I hate to see you stray, Larry.
You know, we all love Larry King. We've been on his show. And you have to wonder, you kind of cringe when you say this, that Larry might have to book himself for his show. You know, this story is so sordid. And you just hope it, that it can go away for him.
Why are we
Final 10 seconds to you,
let
Donna.
me just say this as someone who loves Larry King. Larry King is a hottie. And women throw themselves at Larry King. I walk down the hall with Larry King at CNN, and they love him.
Donna Brazile gets the last word today. She says that Larry King is a hottie. We want to hear what you think. Weigh in on the Morning Mix at our website at abcnews.com.